The natural disposition of physical beings is to sense their own autonomous existence and see the world as having inherent reality outside of God. The predominant energy of the world, then, is the Klipa and Sitra Achra. This is why all the affairs of the world are severe and evil, and the wicked prevail in it. Meaning, in this way, Klipa in a way has a leg up. And the reason being is because if you want to receive from Hashem face to face, Hashem's going to give you what you really deserve. But if Hashem's like, I don't even want to deal with you, so just take the money and go. In a way, Klipa does get an extra boost of energy in that way, meaning they get more. They get abundance, but it's not quality. Meaning, either I could really get something from my father, and I get the $5 I really earned, and it's a face-to-face intimate connection, or just take the $1,000 and get it in my face. And so in a way, Klipa has that advantage. I mean, if I want to get rich fast, yeah, Klipa's the way. If I want to live an honest and integral life, Kedusha's the way. So there are two categories of Klipa, one lower than the other, and these are major concepts in Tanya. So first we're going to talk about the lower category. The lower category consists of 3 completely unclean and evil klipot containing no good whatsoever. This is called Shlosh Klipas Hatameas, the 3 impure klipas. And let's look at where their source is from, okay? The 3 impure klipa. In the prophet Ezekiel's vision, the divine chariot, in which he saw and described the forces that conceal godliness, they are described as a storm wind, right? The first one is a storm wind, a great cloud, and a flaring fire. There are 3 completely unclean and evil klipot containing no good whatsoever. So those are the 3, okay? Storm wind, great cloud, and a flaring fire. What is created from these 3 impure klipot? From them flow and are derived the souls of all the nations of the world and the sustaining force of their bodies. The soul of all living creatures that are unclean and forbidden to be eaten and the sustaining forces of their bodies. The existence and the life of all the forbidden vegetation, such as orla, and a mixture of grain, seeds, and a vineyard, right? Different forbidden foods. The existence and the life of any act, utterance, or thought in violation of any of the 365 biblical prohibitions, as well as the rabbinical offshoots, as they all derive from 3 impure klipas. So let's understand a few things here, okay? In the spiritual world of Tohu, where those spiritual energies fell into this world, whatever was higher fell lower. So we need to appreciate that these things, these forbidden things, they actually have a very high source. So you wouldn't just cast it off as like, meaning we're saying that there's no benefit derived from them, but we need to appreciate their source. They actually have an incredibly higher source, because if like my arm's here, my arm falls, right? Whatever's higher falls the lowest, okay? So whatever had the highest spiritual potential in Tohu, it fell down to this world. And there is tremendous potential in them. Esav was from the world of Tohu, and that's why his father Isaac wanted to bless him, because he saw the immense spiritual potential that's within him. So this isn't about judging, right? This isn't about judging nations of the world. It isn't about judging those forbidden foods, not at all. It's about understanding the spiritual reality, so I know how to elevate it, so I know how to work with it, and also, how do I elevate something non-kosher? By not eating it, right? That in turn elevates it. And also in today's world, we're talking about the nations of the world. The Rebbe was very clear about this. There's so many souls that are from Klipas Noga, which means that those energies are redeemable. Meaning the idea of someone being purely evil is getting less and less, thank God, in nowadays world. And so many more souls are in this place of just potential where they could be good or bad, and it's really up to the person's choice. So, really to understand that this isn't about judgment, it's about understanding spiritual realities. And also we have to understand, we're talking about klipa, we're talking about a selfish energy, right? So the idea of like so many things coming from the selfish energy, if you talk to any modern psychologist, like what is the pit of human drive, they'll say selfish motives, right? I want to self-actualize, it's about me. Or I want to like just preserve myself. Or really like even my needs to give is really coming from this self-centered place. And we're not judging it. We want to understand what the spiritual reality is so we can transcend it. First, we just have to have our facts on the ground, the Alter Rebbe is laying down, and then we can get more into idea of transformation. Okay, so we're going to continue on later about this idea of the other form of klipa. Thank you for taking the time to learn together.